Hi guys, it's Carlin with Realty One Group Prosper, and I want to talk about our new contract changes that go into effect April 1st. You may have seen the new contract. I know Dot Loop has it out there, but April 1st, 2021, we're writing everything on a new 1-to-4 family contract. By new, most of it's the same, but a couple big changes and a couple little changes I'll talk about right now. So the biggest one is how we're handling the termination option fee. Paragraph 23. That language has moved to paragraph 5. It's a little different though. Before we used to write 2 checks to the seller and to title. Now we're writing 1 check to title. Option fee and earnest fee are going to be all included in 1 check. That's going to go to title company. The title company will then receipt the funds, and those funds will be held at title unless the seller instructs the title company to release the option fee. Title can do that at any point the minute it's delivered. I think they're going to have, of course, their own policies for making sure the money is good. So they may require a few days before that money gets released. But once the money is verified and good and in the account for title then will automatically be able to release to the seller without buyer's permission the option money, because that truly is the seller's money regardless of what happens to the contract. The other thing to keep in mind is that you're putting in, an option period, how much you're paying for the option period, and then your earnest money and how much you're paying. Those are 2 amounts combined into 1 check to title. You need to ensure as the buyer's agent that check to title includes all that money. If you don't, if the buyer accidentally writes it for one of the amounts and not the other, title is instructed to apply all funds to the option money first and then the balance to earnest. The problem is if you short that earnest money, that can create problems. So you need to be really diligent and make sure that all gets done correctly as the buyer's agent. Other big changes in the contract are not as big. We're adding definitions. We're clearly defining things like accessories, controls, smart devices, leases. Leases is a good one. If a home has a lease, is subject to a lease, the listing agent has 3 days to disclose and provide that lease. The buyer then has a few days to review, depending on what you put in the contract, to review the lease and decide to proceed or not proceed. That is an out. So make sure all that paperwork is provided up front, maybe even attach it in MLS. It could be a lease on the house, it could be a lease on land, it could be mineral rights leases. Any leases pertaining to the property must be disclosed in those first 3 days. Let's see, what else do we want to talk about? Smart home devices and controls and codes. Buying a home these days, it used to be, here are the keys, give me my money, we're done, right? Now it's keys and mailbox keys and garage remotes and security alarm information, and now your vent hood has a remote. What is that? I don't understand that. But my vent hood now has this remote that we're going to lose. Ceiling fan remotes. But smart home devices can have codes to get in. The Ring doorbell, it's not just conveying a house with a Ring doorbell. The seller then has to remove himself from the account, or the buyer can't get to the account and start accessing their camera. Things like that. As a listing agent, it's really important you're thoroughly reviewing, ensuring that the seller knows you're providing all of this. We've got to give it all to them. And then as a buyer's agent, you're making sure you get your hands on all of it at closing or before closing, know where it's going to be. We've got to make sure we do our job and convey everything properly. Make sure, if we're conveying a security system, it's all cameras, it's the codes, it's everything. Let's see, what else do I want to highlight? Other minor changes in the contract. It's clearly defining what title can reimburse themselves for out of the money, cover expenses that they have, that sort of thing. What else? I think those are the highlights, really. Oh, paragraph 4 was the license holder disclosure. That's moved to paragraph 8. Again, if you're related, or if you are a principal in the transaction, you're disclosing that. That's really important. So we're putting it in paragraph 8 now. Otherwise, I think those are the highlights, guys. I wish you all the best. This market's crazy. I know. Hang in there. Hang in there. My best piece of advice is don't give up. Just set expectations with your buyer from the get-go and submit backups. Backups are working. Anyways, I hope you guys have the best day ever. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.